With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The quarterback forced out of bounds.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
On the pickup.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Operating from the gun. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Jones throwing on first down. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
13 yards.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Jones. And he rifles one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got an open man, it's Wadley. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
1st down, Giants.
Now Jones on 1st down. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
10. Giants, nothing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Saquon Barkley.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
11-yard line.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Okay, Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson being chased out left. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
44-yard line.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers. Right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the Giants' 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Jones. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT.
The kick
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Giants 14, Ravens 13. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
4-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson back to Brown, this time complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Right there. 54, right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll go again with Dobbins, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in the pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by Hollister. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Jacob Hollister.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the late signee, the former Falcon, Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Again, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Giants 28, Ravens 13.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's Mark Ingram. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Jackson.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made by...
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Downs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he stopped immediately there. Calais Campbell on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over this entry mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
At the 33-yard line.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The ball carrier.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Giants on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.